Hi everyone, my name is Natalia and I wrote something about my experiences as a trans woman and what's that been like. Huge fucking trigger warning, obviously, on all of this. I'm not much of a writer, but I just needed to express my feelings from over the years. Part 1, a dark place. I wish I could show you all the pain and suffering that I feel. I wish I could upload a perfect one-to-one translation of every raw emotion that I have experienced. You told me I was wrong. Probably the greatest, most overwhelming feeling is being scared. Being scared all the time, as background radiation in its totalitarian nature. I was born scared. I was born wrong. I wish I was born better. You don't know the things I've seen, the things I've done, and the things that have been done to me. I have so many flashing images that just come in and out all the time. I remember so many stories of pain. For so long, I have felt so wrong, like an unlovable freak of nature. You made me feel that way. I was vulnerable and broken down, and you took this opportunity to make me scared. You made me so scared. I was worried I was going to die. I'm on the bus alone, and there's a man who is angered at me because he can't tell what gender I am. He's screaming and describing how he's going to cut my face up. I quickly get off, and he follows me until I lose him. I'm walking down the street with my friends, and you yell at me, "What the fuck are you supposed to be?" I'm an abomination. My body doesn't make sense. It's full of mixed, contradictory physical formations. That is what I am, an eldritch monster of horror. I am a chimera. I am wrong. My body is fucked up. Everything about it is disgusting and fucked up. A piss-poor attempt at feeling like a woman, or feeling better about being born wrong. You taught me to feel this way. I believed everything you told me about me. When I came out to my father, he told me I was practicing self-mutilation. A chimera, a self-mutilator. I will destroy the chemical balance of my body and cut it up. And so I did. I hated how broken my body was so that I hurt it. I hurt my body. I abused my penis until it bled. Over and over and over again. I didn't care what happened to it, no matter how fucked up and bloody it got. This is my body. My body. My fucking body. You made me hate it. You told me how disgusting I was, laughing at it. I had one job where I was so scared and so ashamed of my body that I pretended to be a guy for it. I hid my breasts. It was the only part of myself that I liked. I felt so ashamed to show that I even had breasts, that I had even had a part of myself that I liked. You did this. You taught me to behave and feel this way. Quote, "No sympathy for a raped tranny. You can't have children, so your only use is sex. Zip up and take it." End quote. Of course, my mistake. I was homeless, sleeping on the pavement, and you saw I was vulnerable and you tried to take advantage of me. I was sleeping outside, and I was cold and miserable. You made me feel so fucked up and gross about myself. I used to beg for money. Fucking beg. I felt like a dog. Just to have the medicine I needed to transition. I did it. Every day. I put up with all of you trying to take advantage of me while doing it. There's so many fucking faces that go by in my head. Of everyone who has hurt me for this. I can't even remember all of you. Those who spat at me, yelled at me, threatened my life, physically attacked me, called me names, stared at me like I was a fucking freak. I have feared for my physical safety. I have feared for my life more than once. I can't remember everything because there is too much to remember. That is how much you have hurt me. I did all of this so I could feel more normal, like everyone else. I wish you could understand that feeling. I was born wrong and needed to be normal or I was going to die. Why aren't I normal? Why don't you understand that? Tell me, what kind of mental faculties does a child have to be able to cope and deal with this? I was so pretty. I was so perfect. I was so soft and innocent. I was a beautiful little flower. I was so sensitive and creative. I used to make books where I'd draw characters and describe their attributes and backstory, and I'd draw little worlds and maps where they all belonged. You took this perfect, beautiful flower and you broke it down and fucked it up. I believed every little thing you said about me. I am a broken, self-mutilated freak of industrial pharmaceutical horror. You broke me and I had to pick up all the pieces myself, all by myself. I wept and bled and sweat and it hurt, but I did it. I was born wrong. I wish I was born better. Part 2, Venom. I don't know if there are words that can describe the hate I feel towards you. I feel it in every ounce of blood coursing through my veins. I hate you. I hate you. Can you not see what you're doing? Trans women have always existed. For thousands of years we have been here and we have struggled and suffered and been broken and hurt. We have been killed, raped, and ostracized. You know how strong you have to be one of us? You don't, and I hate you for it. You know how much hell our lives are and what we go through? You don't, and I hate you for it. When I look at us, I see all of it. When I look at us, I see the most beautiful, introspective, sensitive, creative, and fucking intelligent people. Nearly all of us. But you don't see that. You're blind to it, and I hate you for it. Trans women have been here for so long, and there's a heavy collective weight of our time here. Our struggles, stories, resilience, and strength. When we live and push harder for ourselves, we pull from this collective strength. We are too great. We do not belong in this world. We're alien, otherworldly. You are so lucky to be even near us. You are beneath us. We are magic and beauty. And you don't see it. You can't see it. And I hate you for it. You could never understand the nuances and complexities of our lives. You don't even give us the chance. Just know that from everything you have taught me about myself that I believed, anger has built in mirrored fashion. You mock us, laugh at us, kick us out of our homes, push us to run away, beat us up and kill. I hate you for it. Some of us are so scared and ashamed we don't ever leave our homes. Some of us don't even have homes. I hate you for it. You did this to us. You did. Now I have to sit here stewing with this anger. I deserve a life. I deserve to own the ground I walk on. We deserve happiness, to thrive, to love and create. We deserve a full human life. You took it away, and I hate you for it. I want to watch you bleed, like how I have bled. I want to watch you beg for forgiveness, as your vessel of flesh is scorched and mutilated, like how I'm mutilated. I want you to understand and feel every pain I've felt that you've given me, except more, that you've given to all of us. I want you to be so scared that you're afraid to die, like how you made me scared. I want you to feel so ashamed of yourself for not being normal that you're afraid to leave your house, to go to work, to have to spend thousands of hours in writhing pain. I want to make you hurt as I have hurt, to hurt as much as all of us have hurt. I want your parents to look at you like they don't recognize you. I want them to mourn you as if you've died, right at the brink of your vulnerability. I want them to turn away when they look at your disfigured face and meet you with scorn and rejection. I hate you and I want you dead. You are my enemy. Part 3. Compilation of ugly words. Actual messages to read, believe, and internalize. Narcissism, the whole tranny shit, is really bizarre and fucked, especially when you have kids who do this to get attention. I just hope one day all these people who are supported will get punished. You're confused why someone that's so desperate for attention that they cut off their dick and dress up like a girl thinks the world revolves around them. It's not phobia, it's contempt. It's not contempt, it's disgust. I'm not afraid of trans. I'd say more so allergic. I think we deserve gold stars for not laughing. Have you tried not to laugh? It's impossible. They are male. claim to be female, but deep down inside know that that isn't true. Usually after a while, that fails to suppress reality, and when the truth hits them hard, they commit suicide. Fucking mentally ill people. We need asylums. The more stigma against trannies, the better. Trans people should be beaten so anyone else with such ridiculous ideas goes to get mental health help instead of flaunting their degeneracy about and demanding respect. Trans will never be mainstream and soon will earn its justly rewarded reactionary attacks. They're fucking vermin and should unironically be exterminated. The problem is, trannies indeed want to be trannies. They don't want to get cured of their dysphoria, but indulge in a complete delusion. They don't want to take antipsychotics that could help, but rather irreversibly fuck up their entire body to not even remotely resembling a woman. What is the cure for such disorders? Beatings. Mentally ill mutants that lesbians, gays, and bisexuals pave the way for. Excuse me. Trannies are proof that we live in a society that has lost its will to live. You are just a faggot with extra steps and a mental health condition. Smash tranny retards with a hammer. I don't hate trans, I just think they're deeply disillusioned. And to some degree, I pity them, but I don't hate them. I hate the society that encourages people to physically mutilate themselves and fuck up their endocrine system in a pathetic attempt to normalize their mental illness. Trannies are child molesters. Every last one. I tolerated your kind once, and I deeply regret it. As far as I'm concerned, anyone who sees themselves as trans is an anti-civilization abomination, is a poison pill on the rest of society if embraced, and you are too selfish to see that you are dooming everyone else to further fall into a degenerate hell that is only sustained because of the abundances allowed by modern technology to lift the constraints which once mediated such insanity. But here is some grim news. Like the civilizations of the Bronze Age, like Rome, this civilization will fall. Bad times will come again, and people will say never again to your kind. Stop trying to spread what you are. Stop trying to normalize what you are. Get back in the closet. You are traumatizing kids, pushing further the borders of what is normal, demanding undue financial support, and in general being a huge fucking eyesore, a disgustingly loud nuisance. Remember, don't forget. Part 4, waking up. A little bit more positivity now. I don't think there's anything more beautiful on the planet than a trans woman authentically and fully smiling. When she smiles, her whole face lights up and glows. Sometimes I cry thinking about it. Despite all the shit and mud her life has been, despite the abuse and violence, in that brief moment, she is happy. She deserves that feeling. She deserves to experience that in every waking moment of her life. These days, I do pretty okay, mostly. A lot of these feelings at this point are old. That feeling of totalizing oppression weighing down on you all the time isn't there anymore. At least not like it used to. I've grown a lot and I can fucking deal. These are some of my nastiest thoughts. Thoughts that have kept me up at night bleeding and crying and suffering for what felt like eternity. These thoughts will still be in me somewhere forever. I still break down from time to time, but I've become strong, and after a while you get bored of it, because it's the same shit over and over and over again. The last time someone called me a faggot on the bus, I just laughed at him. Maybe it becomes boring as a method to cope. I want to reiterate what I said before. I really mean it when I say we are magic and beauty. I've come to see that the longer I've lived this shit. I don't mean this in a naive and idealistic way. I've known so many trans women who have abused, raped, and hurt others in terrible ways too. There's just something about us collectively, maybe conceptually speaking, that is so large, so great. Almost every single one of us is creative in some way, passionate and obsessive. We get hyperfixated on specific things. We are thoughtful and intelligent. Our time on this earth goes back thousands of years. living, struggling, and carving a little piece of this world out for ourselves. I see and feel this history so deeply. In my darkest moments, it picks me up, inspires me, and provides me profound meaning. I don't think I can find the words to fully explain what I mean. Saying what I have feels inadequate to the emotions I'm trying to convey. When you've lived this kind of life and meet others who've lived it too, you see something so intimate and special about us. When I was out in the cold, a trans woman gave me a place to sleep. When I was hurt and broken down, a trans woman picked me up and wrapped me warm. I see such beautiful human beings looking at us. This is why I get so angry sometimes. How could you take something so perfect and break it? Not all of us make it. I can't even say how this makes me feel. It fills me with the ugliest feelings. The world can never take back the things it's done to people like us. There's no way I could ever forget what it's done. Transsexuality, especially as trans women, truly does feel like a nightmare. The words I have spoken here do not do justice to how deep the spiral goes. For me, waking up from the nightmare means stubbornly building and growing myself, even when it hurts so bad, to where I can find meaning in the life that I live. I am ready to dream, to thrive, to be happy, to live for myself and others. And thanks for watching, if you stuck through all of that. Yeah. And again, a lot of this stuff is like years old. I've been transitioning for over 5 years, so yeah, things have gotten better over time, and sometimes I think it's important to explore the nastiest, ugliest feelings that all of us go through, and hopefully represent stories of marginalized people, and because we matter and we're fucking important. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching.